Victory Monday. I didn't even go live on YouTube last night. I can't believe I dropped that ball. But I was live on Instagram. It was a busy night. By the time I got home, it was late, and I had stayed up till 2 posting content. It was a crazy night. It's those primetime games get you. But how's everybody doing? Victory Monday. Niners got the dub on Sunday night. We all know that was a great game. That was a great game of the year. 100% game of the year. Respect to the Bears. It was a great game. Let's talk about it. No injury updates. Kyle Shanahan didn't talk to the media. And according to Dave Lombardi, I guess the team's not going to be practicing till the evening this week, like 5 p.m. practices. He wants them to rest up. It's a short week. The Niners have played 2 back-to-back short games, and it's crazy. They're going to be, by Saturday, it's going to be their 3rd game in 13 days. It's crazy to me. Short rest. So Kyle's trying to do everything he can to get these guys some rest. You're going to let them sleep in. They don't got to be at practice early. 5 p.m. practices. It's nice. That's why he's coach of the year, man. He really is taking care of these players. But how are we feeling, man? Defense got to tighten up for sure. Why are we on a short week? Because we play Saturday. We just played Sunday. That's just the way the schedule crumbled because they had 3 games that weren't decided yet and basically 3 games that were really, big. You got the AFC North Division. You got the NFC South garbage. And then you got the NFC West, the best of the best. So really, it's to determine those 3 divisions. And the Niners got a little kicker. We got the NFC West, not just the NFC West, but the number 1 seed. So I don't know. I wish we would have got the Sunday schedule, but it is what it is. Saturday, it's cool. Can Aldon Smith get at the quarterback? Somebody, man. We need somebody to get to a QB. I feel like that's our only Achilles heel. Our only downfall is, obviously defensive pressure. We're not getting to the quarterback, not getting sacks, but when it matters most, man, they're not letting you in the end zone. At the end of the game, goal line situation, the Niners are not going to let you in, and they did it yesterday. I mean, they didn't play great. No defense really played great. It was Ben Johnson versus Kyle Shanahan, right, going at it. It was a slobber knocker between those two. And, I mean, they were out there, putting their nuts on the table. It was like, okay, you scored. Let me show you what I got. It was Ben Johnson, Kyle Shanahan going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And at the end of the day, the Niners – when they needed a defensive stop, they got it. They got a few at the end. They held them to a field goal after they punted. They held them to a field goal, and that was huge. And shout out to Thomas Morstead. I don't think people understand how important those 2 punts he had were because the first punt was great. The second punt deep in the 4th quarter, it knocked him way down into, I think, the 10-yard line. He pinned him deep, and that really was what helped kind of get the Niners to the point where they could hold them to a field goal. They couldn't march all the way down. Maybe they got a little tired. But shout out to Thomas Morstead, man. And he had his 1,000th punt of his career, man. He's holding up the sign like Wilt Chamberlain. The guy's a fucking hilarious dude. I love Thomas Morstead. He might be my favorite punter of all time. Robbie Gould, savage. This man came. He was the honorary captain for the 49ers, right? Honorary captain. He's a former Bear and Niner, but he came as a captain of the Niners to watch the Niners beat the Bears. That might be the most legendary, most Robbie Gould thing of all time. I love that, man. So shout out to him. My boy Moose, who I was at the pregame with, that's his dog. He knows Robbie. Those 2 guys are dogs. So it was cool to see them, link up and stuff. So it was cool to see. Robbie's a good dude. He's a nice guy from everything I heard. So good for him. Good to see him. And he chose the Niners to be their cat. That shit was cool. But anyways, team effort was great. Offense, man. We got to talk about Brock Purdy. The guy is actually 10 touchdowns in the last 2 games. Crazy. 5 touchdowns. You could run. He could pass. I mean, he's got the mobility. Little slow start, right? That first interception, pick 6, everybody was not happy. And then he just turned it around. Boom. Settled in, and he went berserk, man. This guy is actually unbelievable lately. Brock Purdy, ever since he came back from the injury, had one little, kind of a stinker game. But he bounced back after those interceptions in Carolina, right? Early in the game, he was throwing the picks, but he stayed with the course. And he finished strong in that game. And ever since then, he's been on a humdinger, man. This guy's fantastic. Primetime spotlight, Brock Purdy, man. The mobility is really something else, man. That mobility is so nice. And that's the difference between him and Mac. And no disrespect to Mac. We all know he helped hold this team down. But that's the thing. The Niners have a lot of players that hold the team down. For star players, when they're not able to perform, they're not as great as the stars, but they're good, right? You have Jake Tonjes, the Los Gatos legend. He's really stepped up for George Kittle, right? And you got Mac Jones stepping in, right? So these guys have been playing good. And then you got people that are really money motivated, like Juwan Jennings. This guy, 5 straight games with a touchdown catch. No player has done that for the 49ers since Vernon Davis in 2013. 5 straight games with a touchdown catch. It's fantastic, man. 9 touchdowns in the season. That's a career high. He's incredible. He got his 666K contract incentive marker. Jennings has been stone cold, man. Ever since he came back healthy, early in the season he crashed out, but he's been so good lately. He's just been money. Gets under the skin of players. They get mad at him, and he gets a touchdown on him. And, we all know he's reliable, third down machine. So good to see him. Everybody on this team is really stepping up. Defense, they didn't give up at the end. Chase Lucas made a big play. Diamond Lenore made a big play to save the hook and ladder. That hook and ladder, oh, God, that was crazy. That in the final minutes of the game, Bears are coming down, and they've been rolling the Niners, right? Offensively, just like the Niners were rolling them. And a hook and ladder. Oh, that play was so crazy. It was so close. Hook and ladder. Diamond Lenore makes the saving tackle. That was such a huge tackle, bro. Oh, man. Will I be there Saturday? I'll be there, most likely. Man. There's no real news too much today. Adam Schefter had a little spot on Pat McAfee show today. He says that he's not too sure about Trent Williams. He had the hamstring injury. He left early. And shout out to Austin Pleasance. He stepped up admirably. Now, I don't think he played like elite, but he did play in a tough spot, and he played pretty well, especially run game. Christian McCaffrey had his highest running output of the season. So we'll see. There's no update today from Kyle Shanahan. Most likely tomorrow we'll get an update. But Adam Schefter doesn't think that Trent Williams is going to play this week. But we'll see. They haven't even practiced yet, so we'll see. Hamstring's tough one. George Kittle, there's a chance that he plays this week. He comes back. We'll see what happens with him. So you want to see Lenore shadow JSN? I want to see it too. Am I going to the game? Yeah, I'll be there. Do I think the Niners can expose Sam Darnold? I do. Shout out to the gang, my boy Tommy Nello. Yo, shout out. If you like the hoodie, everybody tells me they love the hoodie. My boy Tommy Nello, he's in the chat. He's in the chat. Tommy Nello, go hit him up. He's got the freshest stuff. Yo, actually, real quick before we talk again, my boy Tommy Nello, happy birthday. It was his birthday yesterday. Celebrated at the tailgate. Got a dub. This is the coolest dude I know. He's like Mr. Worldwide. You guys think I'm know everybody. This man knows everybody. This guy knows Vince McMahon probably. He knows John Cena. This guy knows everybody, man. He knows CM Punk. This guy knows everybody in the world. So shout out to my boy Tommy. If you need a pin, check out my boy. So send a link. Just go to his page. Tommy Nell, FNF. Drop the link, my boy. Brock Purdy. But for real though, that game was electric, man. Imagine not being gang. I know, right? Imagine not being part of Niner gang. Who should we pick up before the playoffs? Nobody. We ride with who we came with. We don't need anybody else. We don't need anybody else, man. We got who we got. And at this point, we're just rolling. So it's funny people say we had the easiest schedule. At the beginning of the season, right? On paper, it was the easiest schedule, but we played through the NFC West. We played a tough schedule. Chicago was good. But that's the thing. Remember I said at the beginning of the season, I'm not thinking that this is an easy schedule because teams change, teams get better. At the beginning of the season, you might say, oh, yeah, it's a bad team. Carolina's a bad team, but they are a playoff potential team. Chicago, you're like, that's a bad team. They weren't a bad team last night. They took us to the end of the limit, and they clinched the playoff spot. So things change, man. Colts were a good team until they fell apart at the end. So honestly, it wasn't an easy schedule. It was tough. And there's no such thing as an easy game in the NFL. Is Crosby a possibility this offseason? I don't even know yet. We haven't even crossed the offseason path yet. I mean, you never know. You think Aaron Donald signs at the Rams? I heard that rumor. You know what? I could see him doing it just because they need a little bump because the Niners and the Seahawks knocked him out of the number 1 seed. They're going to need some type of juice. I could see it. He stays in shape. Dude, Aaron Donald, he bench presses like 10 of me every day. He could probably play. You think you're worried about the quarterback that sees ghosts? I'm not too worried because I know the Niners know how to game plan for him, right? He played for the Niners, so I'm sure they know how to prep for him, right? But at the end of the day, he's still been balling this year. You can't disrespect him. But playoff Sam Darnold, typically, just crunch time Sam Darnold, when it's a big time game, he typically folds. So we'll see if we can make him fold. I want to see Sam Darnold of old when he was on the Jets and like seeing the ghost. But no disrespect, he's been balling. JSN's a dog, so we'll see. Double team JSN. I mean, yeah, that's what you say, but I don't know. It's easier said than done. We need Kittle. I agree. Who's commentating the game? Yeah, I saw who it was. I can't remember. It's the #1 officiating crew. Who's the crew? I think Troy Aikman. I think Troy Aikman is commentating this game. Yeah, go check it. Go. I know I saw the update this morning. I'm pretty sure it's Troy Aikman. Green. Yeah, we need Green to come back. Safeties are bad. I wouldn't say safeties are bad. We have no pass rush. They're just supposed to be, your back end valve, right? Your safety valve, basically, and they're not supposed to be like the top coverage guys, like your cornerbacks. I mean, yeah, they should have some coverage skills, but at the end of the day, you got no pass rush, and they get to that second level, you're probably going to get cooked. So I wouldn't say they're bad. They've played good, man. Jair Brown has really stepped up this season. I mean, he's up and down. Mustafa's been a lot better over the last couple of weeks, but you don't have pass rush. You give teams time to throw. Caleb Williams had all night to throw, man. But, obviously they're not the greatest coverage guys. I think if we had a little bit more pass rush, it would be better, right? If we had Nick Bosa, it'd be a different story. So, how's the weather? It's supposed to rain on Saturday. I don't know if I'm feeling that rain, but, we got to do what we got to do. You can't see the Seahawks doing what Caleb did. Yeah, I don't know, but they did put up they had a hell of a game against the Rams a couple of weeks ago, right? That was a shootout. So I don't know, man. We'll see. Seahawks are definitely a good team. They're a 12-win team for a reason, right? So a 13-win team. 13 wins? That's right. Purdy is Mahomes 2.0. Yeah, he's unbelievable, man. Brock Purdy's so good. He's so good. He had Chris Collins with glazing him as Patrick Mahomes. Like, I was at the game, so I didn't hear the broadcast, but I saw it all over Twitter. I was like, oh my God. So when I got home this morning, I was like, I always like to rewatch the game and hear the commentators when I'm at the game, which this year's been pretty much every game, home game. And I'm playing it, and I heard that clip. I was like, you got me, bro's glazing Patrick Mahomes. He's not even in playoffs, man. Go get a room. CMC, yeah, it's crazy how he's been healthy the whole year, right? Actually, like, he won leagues this year. People said, don't draft him in your fantasy. He's terrible. He's that. He dot. And my boy CMC has been healthy, and he led many teams to the fantasy championship, man. A lot of people are comparing Purdy to Drew Brees. I think there was a comparison on the game too. They did like a side by side. He does remind me of Drew Brees. I mean, he's got the stature. He does a lot of things that Drew Brees did. And if I remember, going back in the way back, let's go rewind. You remember when Kyle Shanahan was drafting quarterback a couple years back? When we ended up getting Trey Lance. That year, they asked him, "What is his prototype quarterback? Like, what are you looking for?" And he said, "You want feet like Lamar Jackson. He wants a little bit of Lamar Jackson mixed with the Drew Brees." That's what he said. He wanted Drew Brees / Lamar Jackson. A guy that can be mobile, run, create with his legs, and then smart decision, throw, accuracy. And that's Brock Purdy. He's got a little bit of both. The mobility is unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. That mobility that Brock Purdy has, smokes. It's uncanny, man. That mobility, really, you've seen it. That touchdown he threw to Kyle Juszczyk, holy smokes, man. That's going to be a late night find post in the offseason when we got nothing to post. And I posted at night, like 11 o'clock. People go, I remember that game. Oh, my God. It's literally what that is. Late night find type post. He's running. He's gunning. Everything's going right. He's got the pressure, shakes the ankles. And he had another ankle shaker when he ran it in. And, I mean, he's done that many times. He did it to Jake Tongas in week 1 against Seattle. He almost had there was a play where he did that to Brandon Ayuk. I think it was against Washington, but it didn't stand as a touchdown. That man's got unbelievable mobility. In the NFC Championship game against the Lions, it was his legs. That mobility is unbelievable, man. Whoo! My man L on YouTube says Richard Sherman could take over Jair Brown's starting spot. That's disrespect. Come on, man. Gross Matos. Val says Gross Matos put the pressure on in the last play. He did. He did. Actually, I had a conversation with one of my boys. We were talking. He goes, "Man, Gross Matos finally came through for us." And I was like, "Yeah, he really did. He got that pressure at the end. This man's been bigfooting all season. He's been Anthony Davis street clothes all season long, not playing. He finally gets in there, and he made a big play at the end. Shout out to Gross Matos, man. Actually, you're right. So that was good. Hopefully Salah stays. I mean, I don't know. He's gonna get paid a lot of money. So if we can't match it, I mean, they do have Gus Bradley. That's probably their next. I mean, that's probably their plan. So extend Tonjes. We need to. Tonjes is so good. He's such a good tight end too. Like I'm so happy we got this guy. We've been searching for years for a viable tight end too, and we found him, man. He's actually so good. And when Kittle can't play, it's like, okay, you got Tonjes. Great. It's cool. Like, we're not worried. Before, when Kittle was gone, it's like, now it's like, okay, we got Tonjes. He's a dog. But it's nice to have two good tight end, great tight end and a good tight end. Before, we had one really great tight end and a bunch of me's. Like, I couldn't play tight end. I probably could play it as good as them. So, do we need a true number one? I mean, yeah, a wide receiver. Look, we've been searching for a true number one for years. Wide receiver, right? We thought we had NBA, and we know what happened there. Ricky, I think they drafted him with the intent to be maybe like a mix between Debo and Brie, like another good receiver. Ricky Pearsall's so good, man. The route running is impeccable. He could be a one in this league. He's so good. He just, man, I don't know if he can stay healthy. He is so good. But, I love that he played through his issue last night. First big catch, the 30-yarder. He got limped. He limped up. He fell on his knee. He goes to the sideline, and everybody's like, glass man. He comes back, and he had a great game. He made some big plays in that game. So, man, I really rooting for Ricky Pearsall, man. Like, can you imagine the story? Obviously, Brock Purdy's story. Mr. Irrelevant, Super Bowl. If he wins Super Bowl, Brock Purdy's winning Super Bowl MVP. Let's believe it, because that's the script. That's the story. Oh, my God, Mr. Irrelevant to Super Bowl MVP. Nobody's ever done it. I could already see that being a graphic. Oh, my God, the first Mr. Irrelevant to win a Super Bowl, the Super Bowl MVP, something like that. The other story is this man was shot in the chest, and now he wins a Super Bowl. Can you imagine that story? And then Ricky Pearsall's going to be like, oh, my God, I didn't think I was going to live last year. Now I'm here in a Super Bowl. We're going to Disneyland. Like, I could already write the fucking script for y'all. I can see it in my head. I already know the content that's coming out when we win the Super Bowl. It's going to be amazing. Oh, man. Good stuff. Can we play a game without getting hurt? No. It's not Niner football. We don't. It's just how it goes. Oh, see a faithful in the black jersey. That's going to be nice, dude. The rivalry jerseys. Do I think Kyle and Salah will bring us to Super Bowl? I really think this is the year. I think this is the best chance we got. The field is wide open. There's no juggernaut. There's no Mahomes. There's no patty cakes, right? NFC, I don't really feel too strong, too worried about anybody. The 49ers have potential to go all the way through Levi Stadium. Like, it's crazy, right? They don't have – if they win against Seattle, they ain't traveling anywhere on the road for the playoffs. And Super Bowl's in their house. And Fred Warner's going to be there, whether he plays or not. Whether he's – he'll probably suit up. I don't know if he's going to play much. But the fact that his presence is going to be there, it's going to juice this team up. This is the year, because you don't know what's going to happen next year. You don't know if Salah is going to be back. You don't know if Trent Williams is going to be back. These guys are going to play their ass off because they know tomorrow's not promised. And maybe Jennings isn't coming back because he's going to get a big contract. So these guys are played to win a Super Bowl together. That's it. Can you imagine Brandon Ayuk? Bro, they cut you off. You're voided off the roster. And they win a Super Bowl without you. Can you imagine that, bro? Oh, my God. Do I actually see... Didn't Trent say he wasn't? Yeah, I mean, he said that. But again, you never know. Maybe all I'm saying is, what if the 49ers win a Super Bowl and Trent's like, you know what, man? What do I got left? I'm just saying. All I'm saying is you never know. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Do you actually see Warner coming back? Yeah, that's a good question. I do see him come back. This man's Did you see him running on the field yesterday? He hyped up. I was like, yo, this man, he's built different. Most people fracture their ankle, have surgery. They ain't running on the field like him. This man said, look, he was with his family in his press, in the suite or whatever, the owner's box or wherever he was at, whole family, him and his daughter, or him and his son and his wife watching the game together. Lovely. He's always with his family. He comes down fourth quarter. He's like, shit, hold my beer. I love you. I love you, baby boo. I love you, son. Hey, I got to go down there. I got to be with my squad. This man he's itching. This man comes down from the suite to go see the team, and he runs on the field after. This man is ready to go. He's coming back. Come on, man. He told the kid, I love you. I'll see you later. Stay with mama. I'm coming down. I'm coming down. Stay with mama. Fred Warner's a dog, bro. Trent's back up. He did all right. He did pretty good. I mean, it wasn't elite, but he held his own. Heard Cam Newton does not see the 49ers as a threat. Oh, I'll have to look for that because that's a double. That's a receipt. Would BA get a ring if we win? I don't think so. I'll have to look that up. Bosa ain't been down there with the team. He's been coming, though. He's been coming to the games. It's a whole different injury, though. But he's been coming to the games. He's been in the locker room every now and again. You did the dance. That's why we won. That's why we won. Why is Bosa not with the... Well, who's making these things up? He's with the team. He's been in the locker room. There's pictures of him and Fred Warner in the locker room together. The man got his crutches and got a knee sleeve on. They've been in the locker room together. Fred just comes every game. That man's... He must be a season ticket holder at this point. So... Pearsall is the key threat to unlocking your Super Bowl offense. He really is that. I agree with that, AB. Like I agree that Trent or Ricky Pearsall is that. He is the X factor. I feel like you're so right because when he's in and he's moving and he's buttery smooth and running those routes, nobody's stopping him, bro. I was jumping on my bed the last play. Yeah, I was crazy. They picked me up. I'm at the game. Boy, everybody's high-fiving. This dude picks me up. Fuck yeah, Raj. He picked me up. I was like, bro, I'm trying to get this posted. It was crazy. It was amazing moments, though. I should make a post on Twitter, maybe, like, drop your reactions from the game. Like, what were your reactions? Oh, that'd probably be a banger post. I'm going to do that after we. That game was the best game of the year. Absolutely. Dog, Brock Purdy cannot stop doing the Dougie. You saw the post I made where ever since he started doing the Dougie, like he's been on another level. Like it's like somebody took over his soul and they transformed him into like he's not Brock Purdy, he's Doug Purdy now. He's fucking Dougie Purdy. Bro's playing like another man. Man possessed. He's unbelievable right lately. Keep doing the Dougie. Keep doing it. Renato Green coming back next week. We'll see. We'll see. Is our line good? O-line? I mean, it's better than what we thought. Honestly, I got to say the O-line has played a lot better than what everybody expected. 100%. 100%. 100%. Oh, man. Am I going to the season closer? I'll be there. Anyways, it's Victory Monday. I hope you guys had a blessed day. And take care of business. We'll be back. We'll talk a little bit more tomorrow night live with Larry Krueger. We all know the vibes. We'll see. We'll see. Where do I hang out? I'm all over the place. Usually tailgate, like Green Lot. And then sometimes I'm down, below getting content. This week I was like in the owner suite with Parag and my boy because he came in from Vegas. So we got to do that. So it depends. But typically I get there early. I go to the Green Lot, say what's up to a few people. And I march my way into the stadium. So it just depends on what time. I got a schedule I keep during the game. So we'll see. All right. Y'all have a good rest of your night. Love you. Go Niners.